Hi, this is Richard Chamberlain, and welcome back to the Protecting Your Family's Future podcast. This is episode number 13, and today we're going to be talking about how to customize your estate plan with specific distributions. Now, in the first 10 episodes of our show, we looked at basic estate planning issues and topics. So if you haven't listened to those yet, I suggest that you do. That will really give you a good head start into estate planning issues and topics and terminology. So we hope you will find that helpful in your estate planning process. Today, as I said, we're going to be talking about specific distributions in your estate plan. So for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about what types of decisions do you need to make in your estate plan. We talked about, who should be in charge of your estate if you're incapacitated or when you pass away. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about how to make distributions and different different choices that you have for how those things can be made. So when we're talking about specific distributions, you've got a lot of different choices. You can say, I want to give a specific dollar amount to a particular person or an organization, a charity. You can give a percentage of the total estate to a specific person or an organization, a charity. You can leave specific property. For example, you might leave a piece of real estate or a house to a specific person. Or you might, as I said before, make it a gift of a certain amount of money. You can leave a specific distribution to a particular person or to a particular class of people. For example, you could say, I want to leave X amount of dollars to each one of my grandchildren. So that if you, at the time you write that, you have 3 grandchildren, and then when you ultimately pass away, you have 7 grandchildren, they would all be included in that class gift. So a lot of different options there. So a couple of important things to think about. Now, one of the things that, we'll talk about in the next couple of weeks is what is the residuary distribution, and that's what's left over after expenses, claims, taxes are paid. And after specific distributions are made. So if we talk about residuary beneficiaries, they're the ones that kind of split the pot. You can also leave a specific distribution to somebody who is a residuary beneficiary. Where might that come in? So let's say you have 3 children and you have a particular piece of real estate that you would like to go specifically to one of those children. So you could say, I want to leave this real estate to this particular child, and then everything else I want divided equally between my 3 children. So when you make that specific distribution to those types of beneficiaries, the ones who are going to split the pot, that gift can be in addition to their regular share. So in our example, everybody splits it 3 ways. So that gift of that house could be in addition to their third, or you could word it so that it is part of their third. So ultimately, everybody gets the same amount of assets, but that one child's share includes the value of this real estate. So that's something that can be done. You can also make a specific distribution of the right to do something. We see this a lot in second marriages where one spouse who owns the home wants to give their surviving spouse the right to live in that house for the rest of their life. You might say, well, I want to give this particular beneficiary the right to buy this asset, this real estate is a common example. So I want to give them the right to buy this asset when I pass away. So a lot of different options for specific distributions. Now, we haven't even talked about how to handle personal property, all of your stuff and who gets what. That's another topic. It's a much deeper discussion. I want to refer you to an article that I wrote back in 2016 on how to handle personal property in your estate plan. I'm going to put the link for that article down in the episode notes. I encourage you to go and look at how to handle the distribution of your tangible personal property in your estate plan. So I hope today's information has been helpful for you. If you have any questions or if you need any additional information, you want to talk to us about your estate planning, feel free to reach out to us, and our contact information is also in the show notes. So we'll see you next week.